Hey YouTube, welcome back to another special video. Today we are going to be reacting to Babysitter returns dead baby back to mom. Then can't stop smiling during interrogation. I cannot fucking speak for the life of me. Holy shit. By Ron Mango. The sound of this video already sounds fucking crazy, bro. Oh, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Hope you guys are ready for this, because let me mentally get ready for this. Alright, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. We can do this, we can do this. Let's again.
Bada bing, bada boo.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Two sisters walk into one of those coin laundry mats with the washing machines all lined up on the side wall. It's October in Wisconsin at around 9 p.m.
Like, I'm already
so both
scared,
the sisters,
bro. Baby,
Heather and Jesse, they're walking in wearing winter coats.
Like, my mind can think of so many things.
A boy toddler
that
and
could
a
go
little
wrong.
11-week-old baby Benson. So right when the
my
sisters
fucked up
walk
brain
in,
could already think of
these
so many
sisters,
things
they're
that
on a
could go
mission.
wrong.
They already had the clothes in the washer. They got to move them to the dryer. They have clothes in the dryer that they have to take out and fold. I mean, it's a whole system that they've got going on. Jessie is holding on to her little nephew, the toddler. She's swinging him around carefully, trying to cheer him up, while baby Benson is deep in his sleep.
Who's watching baby Benson?
It's a little bit cold. It's a little bit gloomy outside, and they're doing chores. It's not the most fun activity, but everyone's trying to have a good time.
This is why you need a babysitter.
Until everything changes. Jessie, the sister, and the aunt to the babies, she stops folding the clothes and she just takes a moment to lean over and peer into baby Benson's car seat, where he's been asleep the whole car ride to the laundromat. He's been asleep since they got here a few minutes ago. She looks at him closely and she pauses for a second. Wait, he looks... Heather, why are his lips so blue?
Oh
Heather,
my God.
come look. Heather, the mom, walks
God.
over, and not only are her son, baby Benson's lips blue, they look strangely like they're stuck together, like someone put super glue and pressed his lips together. They look dry, and his whole face is this pale, ghostly color. She picks him out of the car seat, and he's cold. He's cold. He's completely ice cold to the touch. There's CCTV footage of this, and Jessie is running to pick up her older nephew, the toddler, into her arms. Her phone is already up to her ear. She's calling 911. Heather is seen on the cameras, quieter, but she looks hyper-focused on performing chest compressions on her baby boy. 911, what's your emergency? Please, God, this baby is dead. Please, we're at the laundromat on the corner of 3rd and Union. Please, where are you? It's a laundromat. I don't know the name of it, but I have another child in my arms and my sister's baby is dead. We need you to start CPR on that baby. We don't know how. We don't know how. Is he on his back? We have him on his back. I need you to tip his head back. He's freezing cold. He's freezing. Tip his head back, Heather. Tip his head back. You can see Jessie holding the toddler in her arms. He's crying. He's starting to freak out. Heather, again, is hyper-focused on the chest compressions.
How did you not notice? Like, did you not check your baby in the car?
No, initially, during this phone conversation, Heather sounds determined. She sounds like she has nothing else on her mind but these chest compressions. But halfway through, you start hearing her voice start to shake. And while she keeps pushing down on her baby's chest, she says, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. He's already freezing cold.
Sit there. Keep doing compressions till he gets inside, okay?
I can't do this.
Heather starts crying, and the 911 operator keeps telling her, keep doing the compressions. The
Bro, I think he's already...
Keep doing the compressions.
I'm sorry, but he's already... His lips are blue, he's cold,
Baby
he's
Benson
pale.
is already dead.
Yeah, so he's already dead.
He was already dead when they pulled him out of the car seat and called 911. And he was already dead when they walked into the laundromat.
He was probably already dead before they left the house.
He had been dead for multiple hours.
Literally.
Which begs the question then. When did he die? How did he die? And why did nobody notice?
Yeah. How did no... Oh my God. How do you not notice that you're... Oh my God. Surely your baby can't be that deep asleep, bro. Something's gotta wake him up. It's got... It's gonna be a long video, guys. It's gonna be a long video.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible. There's a woman named Marissa, and she's got a lot of boyfriends. That's her thing. She is the queen of time efficiency. I mean, she's so good at this. She will take a letter that one of her boyfriends sends her with multiple pages of graphic fantasies of what he wants to do to her when he sees her again and how they're gonna make love. and she will take that letter, read it fully through, change the POV, rewrite it in her handwriting with the same plot, the same fantasy, and send it to boyfriend number 2,
too, which
making it appear like
I'm not
this
gonna
was
say they're
her
pure
fantasy that
books.
she has of
Like
him.
the books that I write aren't pure, and I get motivation from reading more like fucked up books on Wattpad. But like, so like, it doesn't like, my brain is like, I don't get affected by a lot of shit. Like I do, but like I can't explain it. Like if like how it would affect someone else. Like yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, I'm gonna think it's fucked up. It's crazy, but it's not like, I don't know. Yeah, so like it's not different. I'm not like going to this like, oh shit, I never seen this, I never heard of this. Like this shit's new to me. No, no, it's not like that.
Wait, so boyfriend writes a fantasy that he wants to do to her.
Boyfriend 1 writes her a fantasy that he wants to do to her. So he's like, I want to hug you. She changes the POV
Like, I want to be hugged
by you and sends it to boyfriend number 2.
Crazy.
Exactly. I mean, for her,
That
it's just
is
if
insane.
she finds someone that she has the same interest in, if she finds someone that has the same values she has, I mean, it's hard to give them up. Even when she has like 10 boyfriends lined up, she wants to keep each and every one of them.
She takes something
Her firm
from
dating
one
requirements
boyfriend
they better like kids.
and uses
That
his
is a
words
deal
on
breaker
another
for her. If
guy.
you don't like kids,
That
if you
is
don't
crazy.
want kids, she's not going to be with you. She already has 5 kids. She's
What?
pregnant with her 6th kid, and she still has plans to have at least 2, 3 more kids.
Goddamn.
Wow.
I'd be good too.
She writes to one boyfriend, you only have 1 kid. You know, that's cool. You don't want any more kids. That's not cool. Because I want more kids. I mean, just saying.
I want to
so
throw
we
you
might
off a
not
cliff.
work out
Watch her
then.
be like, I want
And
you
the
to
second
throw me
dating
off a
requirement
cliff. Literally,
is
bro.
they can't take everything
That's
they see on the news too
crazy.
seriously. It's very annoying when someone can't understand that there is fake news being spread on mainstream media news outlets and even social media. You can't just have a boyfriend who sits there and parrots what he hears on the news without thinking about all the biases that are involved. I mean, really, she hates the news. She writes to one of her boyfriends about her whole life, and she says, I want to move out of town and just be with you and me, like we always do. We can work, watch movies, have family time, cuddle, sleep together, and sleep together some more. She says, okay. Miss you and your private parts so much.
Fake news
I mean,
is
I
10 out
haven't
of 10
shaved since I
health
got
life,
here. It's
low-key.
not cool at all. I have lots of hair everywhere, but I want to F you so bad right now. I miss you. Ugh. We're going to F right away when we get home. I don't care how hairy I'm going to be either.
Ew.
Anyway, I love being a mom. I love kids so, so much. I love them so dearly. Truly, kids are everything to me. And the news, they want to say that I'm a monster to babies. It's unbelievable. Like, I can't really believe these people. The news makes me look like I'm some monster and that I kill babies. It makes me mad because I'm not a killer and I love babies. I love kids, etc., etc. I'm a good mom. Like, what the is an accident. I was frustrated. Just a mistake that happened, and it sucks. And I was frustrated and scared. And I did take on a lot of responsibility. But I love kids, and I'm not a killer. And I'm still your good girl always. I would never beat a baby. Hell no.
Crazy.
I love kids so much.
Sounds
Marissa
crazy.
hands that letter over to the prison guards. It's just not fair. It's just one.
She looked
kid.
crazy too.
And the other 2, well, those were accidents too, you know?
Wait, what? You killed more than 1 kid?
A few hours before baby Benson was found deceased at the laundromat,
Hello, welcome in, welcome
is
in.
seen walking into McDonald's with the same kids. The toddler from the laundromat, but this time 2 little infants in their own car seats. So they have a toddler.
How many
and
kids
instead
do
of
you
just one car
have?
seat, they have an additional car seat. So 3 kids.
3
Hi, Barry.
kids. One's walking, the other 2 are in the car seat.
Yes. They walk over to the counter.
Ghost,
they order their
how many
meal.
kids do they
find a
have, bro?
seat almost
I find this
out
crazy.
of view from the CCTV cameras. And they sit down and eat. Within 15, 20 minutes, they're done with their meal and they head back out to their car. At this point,
Let's get back to the video. Sorry.
one of the 5 people, the couple and the 3 kids, one of them was a killer.
What?
And they had just brought their already murdered victim to McDonald's to eat one last meal. Detective Holtz
So they were
arrives
dead.
to the
Was the baby
laundromat,
dead?
And there's only 2 customers inside.
Ratelio's
One woman at the door screaming at the cop cars to hurry and help. Hurry, please come in. The police rush in and they see another woman doing chest compressions on an infant laying on the table.
The baby was already
It's
dead
not looking
before
good. The
that.
officers get
They took the dead
closer.
baby to
The
McDonald's
baby's
before
skin color
this.
looks like ash. The area around his lips are completely blue. And the officers take over to begin the CPR, but this is the odd part. So the first thing that they need to do is check the baby's airways to see if there's something obstructing his breathing, aka did he choke on something? But when they try to get his mouth open to look inside his throat, his jaw is locked. It's completely clenched. They can't even get it open to see inside of his mouth.
What the
That
fuck?
fact, combined with the fact that his body is ice cold, it's likely that rigor mortis has already set in. Baby Benson likely died at least 2 hours ago.
The fuck?
Side note, another detail the police noted was when baby Benson was laying on the laundromat table, his legs were not falling onto the table because they were bent, like he was still inside the car seat. Rigor mortis, again, had set in. They're not falling to the table from the gravity.
They picked the baby out of the car seat and lay it on the table.
Because I need to react. Oh my! I need to react to more Ryan Mango videos. My YouTube likes my Ryan Mango videos, and I like Ryan Mango too. Fucks up the night a little bit. They're good, but it's good stories, interesting, and YouTube likes it, and I like react to it. Will my brain be fried after this video? Yeah. So what am I gonna do after this video? I'm gonna react to Hell's Kitchen one, and then I'll decide if I want to react to another one, which I don't know. But that's what we're doing. We're having a chill react stream today, reacting to some Ryan Mango, and then yeah. I have no mortal soul, so I'm fine. All right, go. Flesh, I mean, okay.
The mom did.
But the baby's still fixed in that seating position.
Yes, the legs are still bent. What is going on? I mean, obviously authorities have to run through all the theories. Is it sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS? I mean, the possibilities have to be checked off. Did this baby die from a cold? Was it already a sick baby? Previous illnesses? I mean, they also have to confirm with the hospitals and the mom, but baby Benson was in the NICU maybe once for a high fever, but that was right when he was born. He's been a very healthy baby since then.
How old is the baby once again?
11 weeks old.
Whoa. So that's not even 3 months.
Exactly. I mean, of course, it could always be the mom. Because the baby is only 3 months old, it could be postpartum depression. The police do
What does
have to
that
think
mean?
about that. But the mom does seem very open to being investigated. She's handing over her car keys, her diaper bag, her phone, literally whatever the police want, she's giving it to them. No questions asked. Heather and Jessie, the sisters, they already have an idea of what happened to baby Benson, and they're ready to share it with the investigators, or at least what they think or who happened to him. They are certain
it's
that
the
the
dad.
babysitter did this. I mean, it has to
Wait,
be the
babysitter?
babysitter.
Please go to that babysitter's house. She has another child there. Okay. And he was like delusional when we picked him up. He could not even open his eyes.
First name?
Hello?
They need a little more info. What exactly happened?
The police are confused. What do you mean? Why do you think it's the babysitter? I mean, her face was beet red when we went to pick the kids
It
up.
was
She
the
sweating. She looked
babysitter. It's
scared.
always the
The sisters explain,
babysitter.
usually when we pick up
Not
the kids,
always.
the babysitter never has the boys ready. So we go inside, we take our time, we get them ready, we get them changed into their car seats. Heather always helps. This time, the
Word of
babysitter is
butler.
waiting at the
True,
door with the kids.
true.
She doesn't even really turn on her porch light. The whole entrance to the house is dark. It's dim. Whether her porch light is barely on or it's off, they don't even know.
Especially
Basically,
the-
she's
the gay
rushing
butler.
them
Oh my
out in the
God.
dark, practically pushing them out the door. She's not even letting them inside. The sisters were maybe standing in the doorway for about 2 seconds. They briefly point out what appeared to be a hickey on the babysitter's neck. Heather states she did not see this hickey when she dropped off her kids. So this is very alarming because you're supposed to be babysitting. Why do you have a new hickey?
Bad
But the
babysitters, bro.
just
Bad
made a
babysitters.
joke as a response and then rushed them out. So when that door shut, they're gone. They're out there. It was so quick. But again, her face was, quote, beet red. I'm not even kidding you. Both the sisters remember thinking at that point, Jesus Christ, what the hell is going on? It was just so unusual. And this was like 20 minutes ago.
So when they saw her face is beet red, are they
Literally,
assuming
bro.
that she's nervous red, or was she like they think she's like exercising red, or
Nervous, like she's on something. That's how they describe her.
Drugs?
They did notice that Benson had his hat pulled down over his eyes. He was asleep in the car seat. They didn't want to wake him up. I mean, Heather, as lightly as she can when placing him into the car, she lightly, so gently pulls the hat up to uncover his eyes, just because she's worried he's going to wake up from his nap and start freaking out if he can't see anything suddenly.
At that point, he was probably already dead.
They put him in the car.
They covered his
drive
eyes.
to the laundry.
Probably hide that he was
Take
dead.
the kids out, and they start moving the clothes to the dryer. It's not until maybe a few minutes in that they went to check on him and they realize that his body is ice cold. Heather starts realizing what all of this means, and she starts losing control of her emotions, which nobody would blame her for, but she has been doing an incredible job so far at keeping her emotions at bay to answer all the investigators' questions.
Make sure
And
to
it's
clip
starting
me
to
from the.
crack.
What do you mean?
I just picked him up from the babysitter.
Clip the chat?
Is he dead? Please, don't tell me he's dead. The police are quiet. That girl just killed my baby. I picked him up from the babysitter. I came back to get my clothes and I took him out and he was cold and he's not moving and I gotta get my son out of here. I can't do this.
Oh no, these are the ambulance people. No, please no. No, is there a kid not alive? That bitch! Somebody better go arrest her now! It's good. Somebody killed that baby! No!
There was another problem on hand. Jessie, Heather's sister, tells the investigator,
Go lock that bitch
I
up.
sent a text to the babysitter on Heather's phone when all of this was happening, and I shouldn't have done it. I know I shouldn't have, but
Bro,
like I
now
said,
you're gonna make her
I was
run.
just so angry. I texted her, "You killed my sister's baby." What did she say? She didn't say anything back. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have. I was just so angry.
No, they're
Can
gonna
you tell
go
that she
arrest
read it?
her.
Was it like a Facebook message or a
and
text message? A text.
she's gonna be gone.
It doesn't even say if she read it. I'm sorry. No,
That
it's
bitch
all right.
probably read that shit
I was
and
just
said, "Oh
angry,
shit,
and
I gotta get
was
out
on
of
Heather's
here."
phone and I saw her name and I just couldn't not say it. You know, I'm sorry. And what did you say the name of the babysitter was? In that moment, if the police felt their hearts sink, they don't show it. They don't even skip a beat.
Wait, what's happening?
But I'm sure on the inside, these officers, they're panicking.
Why?
The babysitter's name is Marissa Tiasort, and the officers are quite familiar with her. And the fact that she's not allowed to be anywhere near any children.
Oh,
One officer turns to
no.
her partner far enough away from Heather and her sister so that they cannot hear. We need to do a CT scan or something to make sure he doesn't have a brain bleed. That's her MO. This is the third infant that's gotten hurt in her care. She has been responsible for brain bleeds and skull fractures.
Breaking your. Wait, what? Like hitting your,
Marissa.
dropping them or hitting your head?
Has been responsible for child neglect on 4 different children, including skull fractures and stuff. So.
Bro.
Whoa. So she has previously killed 2 babies?
Injured.
Injured 2 babies.
Marissa, the babysitter, had done this before. The detectives drive up to the Plaza Hotel at 4 in the morning.
She's gonna be
so
gone.
This is hours after the laundromat situation.
She's
I mean,
already
I'm sure it's a
gone.
nice hotel during the day, but at night, it's a little creepy. The hotel setup is kind of like the back rooms. You walk in,
Oh, hell
and
no.
in the middle, indoor, is a giant pool. Each hotel floor has a hallway with a railing that overlooks the pool in the center. So once you exit your room, I'm sure the smell of chlorine just hits your nostrils and you hear water splashing. It's a very interesting concept.
Creepy.
And it's very
fucking
creepy at 4 in the
creepy.
morning.
Yeah.
But the police aren't here for the pool. They're here for Marissa and her long-term boyfriend, Adam. That's who's checked into room 214. The police start banging on the door. Marissa, we know you're in here. Open the door. We're not going away, Marissa. Open the door. Marissa? The door finally swings open, and it's Marissa's shirtless boyfriend, the father of her children, Adam. He's standing in the door, and there are at least 3 police officers standing in front of him at 4 in the morning, and he looks more angry than confused. Good morning, Adam. Is Marissa here? What are you guys doing here? The officers walk into the room. They're scanning the walls, the counters, surfaces, anything for any weapons, anything that could be used against them.
Wait, does the police know him too?
Yes.
The fact that they address him by first name,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
They spot a baby, maybe a month older than Benson, laying in a crib in the room. That's the couple's child. Adam, just cooperate with us, okay? We're going to explain everything in a second.
Well, you already charged her. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
No. You guys are harassing the hell out of us.
At this point, Adam thinks the police are here to talk about a previous charge that Marissa was charged with. Adam, stay here. No, you guys are harassing the hell out of us, and she already got charged. We'll be at court. Why you gotta come here? Well, because we need to talk to her about something new. Something new? Why are you guys here at this hotel? Because we wanted to get away. From what? Everything. Is it against the law to come stay at a hotel room for the night? In the body cam footage, you don't see Marissa in the room. You see Adam standing there shirtless. You see the other officers standing in the room, but you don't see Marissa.
She's not
and
there.
And that's because she's hidden from the view of the body cams.
Oh.
This whole time that the police have been banging on the door, Adam has been screaming, "What are you doing here? You're harassing us." Marissa has not been seen on the body cam footage. The detective walks over, pulls the blanket back. "Marissa, can you get up so that I can talk to you?"
Oh.
Marissa has been pretending to be asleep this whole time.
Out of bed?
In
I would have
room.
to edit
In
you
the
out
room.
of chat then.
It's a small room,
I would have
right?
to edit
It's a
chat.
hotel room.
Right.
It's
right.
just a bed. They're standing next to the bed. Adam is screaming at them.
Oh.
They've been banging on the door for 10 minutes. They're standing, literally looking down at Marissa, and she's
Fake
pretending
sleeping?
to be asleep. Marissa and Adam are separated to be questioned by the police because technically they are the last ones to see Benson alive.
Yeah.
If anyone knows something, it's going to be them.
Right, where would you like to talk?
I'm
Do you
gonna
want
talk
to...
right fucking here.
Okay.
As you can't tell, I'm a little pissed off. It's 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
That's
I'd
gonna
like
be hard to
sleeping too.
do.
So what's going on?
Detective Holtz and Captain Graham take Marissa out into the hallway. Adam is in the hotel room with another officer.
Wait, I'm so sorry. So the police pull the blanket, say get up.
Yeah. She
So
gets up.
She gets up.
Yeah.
She wasn't sleeping.
She's like, "Oh my gosh."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Didn't know you guys were here.
Basically.
I mean, I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna have to, like, blur the corner
about the
of it.
situation. But see if you can spot all of the odd details of the interrogation. Marissa, this is a very important conversation we're about to have, okay? Tell me about taking care of him today. Oh, I was just watching him and he was fine. That was about it. Did you feed him? I fed him once and he slept. And then, well, we went outside when they got here first, a little bit because it was nice out. You and the kids. Mm-hmm. Okay, and he was dressed in what? He was dressed in a snowsuit. Basically one of those like gray fleece onesies to keep him warm. He was dressed in a snowsuit and a blanket. Okay, and then you were home alone.
You're
and
you're
then
not
what
gonna
time
get in
did Adam
trouble
get
for
home?
cussing.
He got home at like almost, I don't know, maybe 6:30 or something like that.
She isn't
Where was
staring
he
at
at?
her. No, she's
He was
staring like on
hunting.
her. It looks like she's staring
Okay,
like
and
to
then
the
what
right
did you
of
guys
her,
do after that, after Adam got home?
like down the hallway.
We went out to eat after he got home. Where did you go? McDonald's? Which one? The one over by the courthouse? Inside or drive-through? We went inside. Okay, and how long did you stay there? I don't know, maybe 15 minutes tops. Okay, so you ate inside. Mm-hmm. We ate inside. You were able
Yeah,
to
like
finish your
at the
meal in
wall or down
15
a
minutes.
hallway.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, and then what happened? Did you come straight home after McDonald's? Mm-hmm. Only place you went outside the house was McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Then came straight home. Anything significant happen? Now, something interesting to note is that throughout this whole line of questioning, that's how it starts. It's a little weird that Marissa doesn't immediately ask, "What's wrong with baby Benson? Why are the police questioning her at this hotel?" When they
Yeah,
initially
she
take Marissa
should
out
be
into the
asking
hallway, they
questions.
just tell her they're having an important conversation about baby Benson. She doesn't ask, "Is he okay? What happened? What's going on?"
If she really
Is
cared,
everything
she would
all right?"
ask.
She's just like, "He was fine when I was taking care of him," which
Yeah.
is very odd.
And suspicious.
I fed him once, and then he slept, and well, we went outside when they first got there a little bit, so it was
You
nice
and
out.
the kids.
Yep.
So now she starts asking, "What do you mean? So tell me about taking care of Benson today." Again, I was watching him and he was fine. Marissa has her arms crossed.
Psychopath
Her
of a
lips are
woman.
in this tight,
She seems like she
thin
don't
line
even
that
care,
they're
bro. Like, she's
pointing
not even
downwards. She's
concerned.
frowning. I personally try not to include too much body language theories and analysis in these videos because I personally don't feel like I know enough. But also, I think it's just a very tricky area where sometimes subjects have medical conditions. They could genuinely be nervous from talking to authorities or have nervous body language.
Hell, I
So
get
with
nervous
that being
talking to
said,
cops when I
she
haven't
looks
done
so
anything
guilty.
wrong.
I mean, I don't know how else to put it. She just looks very odd.
Yeah, I mean, especially when we know
Yeah.
when someone is guilty,
And
and
she's
then you're
just-
looking at the way that they try to lie or cover it up. That's
Now, to be fair, body language experts have stated that arms crossed and thin, tight lips that are pointed downwards typically indicates that somebody is feeling heightened levels of discomfort and frustration in a situation. This is not a very normal response to hearing news like this. If you were truly innocent and you hear that a baby in your care is now injured or something happened, you would not be uncomfortable
injured,
and
dead.
frustrated. You would be concerned, worried, anxious. Marissa responds, no, nothing significant happened. We came home after McDonald's. We put a movie in. Then I don't know how long it was after, but Heather called and she's like, I'm putting my clothes in the dryer and I'll be there in 15 minutes. Yeah, so 15 minutes later, she came there. Okay, so did you get him ready or did she get him ready? Yeah, I had him ready. I left him in his car seat. Okay, how long had he been in his car seat? After McDonald's, it was maybe only like half an hour, 45 minutes.
I think he was in the
maybe.
car seat the whole
It was right after
time.
McDonald's. I just left him in his car
I'd
seat.
be crying and shit. So
You
would
didn't take
I,
him
bro.
out.
I'd be freaking out like, oh
No,
my
because
god,
she usually comes around like 9 and
like,
is
I don't know
sleeping,
what
so.
went wrong.
Another thing netizens have pointed out, please let me know if you caught this, are that her descriptions of the day are very vague. Usually people will have a lot more details to add, but it seems like she can barely remember what's going on. And there's only about 3
That's
to
me,
4
bro, but I feel
activities that she
quiet.
listed happen through the day. There's also no person or reaction in any activity. There's no, we went to McDonald's because the toddler was hungry. He kept saying he wanted chicken nuggets, so we went to McDonald's. You could almost replace anybody in these activities. The only part where there's a little bit of that
Literally.
is when Heather
Like, what
calls
did
to
I
tell
do?
her
I
she's going to
didn't
be
do anything.
picking
How
up
did
her
I
kids
hurt
in
the
15
baby? Like, I
minutes.
don't know. I don't know.
I'm putting my clothes in the dryer and then I'll be there, and then like 15 minutes she came there, so.
Okay.
The detective keeps going. He was awake the whole time?
She's too calm,
No, he was
bro.
sleeping. When? The whole time. The whole time you babysat him? All of a sudden, Marissa's mouth turns all the way up and she smiles really big.
Oh,
It's a bit
no.
of a creepy smile. She's showing all
Oh,
of her
hell
teeth. And then
nah.
she responds. And when she's talking, it's kind of like she can't wipe the smile off her face.
That's
But nothing
creepy.
warrants a smile here, other than the fact that she
She-
feels
yeah, she's done it
uncomfortable being caught
before.
in a weird situation where she basically lied about him being asleep. She smiles. No, I mean like after he got there. He was up for like a couple hours and then I fed him and then I put him in the pack and play and then I had this little camera, like the video monitor. And then like I didn't check on him because I have that now. So like, yeah.
Was awake the whole time?
No, he was sleeping
When?
the whole time.
The whole time you babysat him?
Well, no, I mean like after he got there, he was up
I don't
for,
like how she
a couple
smiled like
hours,
that.
and then-
He was in your back bedroom? In our bedroom. Then she just pauses for a really long time. Just starts zoning out. It looks like she's trying to look through the walls of the hotel to see what Adam is doing.
why did she smile or laugh?
Yeah, it's like
She just
weird.
keeps smiling. I think she smiles when she lies or knows that she's been caught in a lie.
She's,
I almost feel like it's her
Psycho.
way of trying to appear innocent.
she's a psychopath.
She's just zoning out, and the police ask her, "Are you okay?" And she smiles again and starts, "Yeah, I just have sleep deprivation."
and stuff, and then
She looks like she's on something too.
like half sleep.
The audio of this next part is redacted, but the authorities decide to finally tell her that Benson has passed. This reaction is what caused this case to go viral. So they presumably tell her that baby Benson is dead.
After
The
she
baby that
smiles
she had
from
been
that
babysitting the
news.
day of has passed, and you know when you're in a fight with someone, let's say you're in a fight with your partner and it's not a serious fight, you're just arguing about, I don't know, something, and they toot, they fart, or they accidentally do something that makes you want to smile because it completely caught you off guard, but you have to remind yourself, wait, I'm in the middle of a fight right now and I can't be smiling. So you almost have this forced frown, and while the lips are pointing downwards, it feels like the rest of the face is having a split identity crisis where it wants to smile. The eyes are almost smiling. That's her reaction
weird.
to Baby Benson's
I don't
death.
like that. I fucking knew
She wanted to laugh.
Yeah. And when she starts talking, her face briefly betrays her and it looks like her lips are going up in a smile. And she scrunches her face up and goes, why is he dead? Why is he dead? Not, what do you mean? Wait, that doesn't make sense. How is he dead? What happened? Why
literally,
is he dead?
bro. Literally. Feel like you could see it. She's like smiling.
We were hoping that you could shed some light on that.
She's like smiling.
Marissa?
She
She's
sniffles, but her face turns
smiling.
more into a smile. And if you just screenshot this part of the interrogation and you take a picture of Marissa, you take it onto the street and you ask people, hi, what emotion does this woman have? They would say carefree, happy, someone who just was told a joke. Her smile lines are out. She's literally
It's like
smiling.
tears of joy.
And it's not
and
like
it's
this
fucked up.
uncomfortable smile either. It's like a genuine smile. Then she opens her mouth with her lips still upturned in that creepy smile. And she squeezes her eyes closed like a 10-year-old and starts making a strange crying noise.
And I need you to tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened.
So for the audio
Oh my
listeners, I think
God.
the best way to describe what she looks like is Gollum from The Lord of the Rings.
Literally.
The character. I'm not
She's
sure how
right,
to
look
describe
at
it
it.
more.
Which one's Gollum?
The one that's like, my precious.
Literally,
He
look
just
at it,
keeps
bro.
smiling, and it's like this creepy smile, and just like the way that her hair is tied, everything is very Gollum. And the strangest part is,
You see it, Ghost?
again,
I
body
see it. I
language.
fucking see
When
it.
someone starts crying, it's usually a full body experience. Especially devastating news like this. This isn't just about finding out that a random passerby died in a hotel room 1 floor down. This is a child that you babysit regularly.
Literally.
There should be other movements in her body when she squeezes her eyes shut to cry. I mean, perhaps a hand to the face, hand to the chest, to her stomach. But it's
Or
like the rest
clench
of her
your
body
fist.
freezes.
Like,
in
what
fact,
the fuck?
she has her arm up against one of the railings. She's like leaned with her elbow
Like she's
on the
relaxed.
railing.
Mm.
And she just starts squeezing her eyes together.
Trying to
Like for
force her
for
cry.
a
Yes,
starter,
it's like her whole
I
body
would push my.
freezes. She uses
Oh, shit.
all of her
For starters,
energy to
I would push
focus
myself
on
off
squeezing out
that
a tear
fucking
that
thing and be like,
won't come
"What?"
out, and she almost doesn't want to cover her face so the police can see her cry. She finally moves one hand to an eye, and it's just a strange visual. Why is he dead? We were hoping that you could shed
Like
some
she's
light on that.
smiling.
I don't know what happened.
This is the most important conversation you will ever have in your life.
I'm telling you. I don't.
No, you're not telling me. You didn't tell me last time, and you're not telling me now, and I need you to tell me the truth. Heather deserves to know what happened.
I know.
No, you don't.
At one point, she
You
turns
like
to face Detective Holtz and tells her in this shaky voice, like shaky as if she's so distraught, I'm telling you the truth. Detective Holtz does not care, and she responds, you are not. And instantly, Marissa's face goes from scrunched up and emotional and crying and shaking, I'm telling you the truth, to her face looks emotionless and her eyebrows are raised, and she goes, I am.
I'm telling you the truth.
No, you're not.
I am.
That's how you know you're fake crying.
Interesting. Did you catch that? Because the police do.
I didn't know he died.
And that's also a lie because she texted you and told you that he died.
Remember.
Oh my god.
You're caught.
Marissa throws
You're
both
caught.
of her hands in the air.
My phone's off.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You
No,
wanna
it's
see?
not.
I'll show you my phone. I'm serious.
How do you think we found you? I'm serious.
Literally get butt, bitch.
I am the most indecisive person ever. If you ask me what I want for dinner, my immediate response is you pick. If
Literally.
I'm forced to pick dinner with a group of friends, I'm going to overthink every little thing. I'm considering whether my shopify.com/rotten, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/rotten now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/rotten.
Sorry, I didn't want to listen to that.
Right before this, authorities had broken into her home looking for her. She was not there. They went through the courts to be able to get an emergency track on her phone, and that's how they got to the Plaza Hotel at 4 a.m. to ask her about baby Benson. They cannot trace her phone through cell towers if her phone is off.
I'm serious. Now cut the crap.
Yeah, see, we go out to dinner and they're like, "What do you want?" I'm like,
Marissa crosses
"This is why,
her
like, if
arms.
I get a partner, he's gonna make decisions for me because I can, bro. He's gonna be like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Oh,
She
you pick
starts
for me.
smiling
I
and
trust
crying.
you."
I didn't do nothing to him. Then who did? No one. He was fine. Did Adam do something to him? No one did anything to him. He was fine. Babies don't just die. He was fine.
The police know Marissa is lying, just like they knew she was
Babies
lying 2
just
months
don't
ago.
die.
Detective Holtz
What a
received
little
report.
dipshit! Oh my
A
god.
little 11-month-old girl was with her babysitter and she received a skull fracture as well as a potential brain bleed. Detective Holtz is assigned to the case and she has social workers that are going to be present during this whole investigation since it involves children. It's not just her on the case. The group of them, they head over to this babysitter's house to investigate. That's where the incident took place. They need to know what's going on because the doctor is pretty certain that the injuries do not look accidental. And even if they are, this type of particular situation, it's probably neglect. If it's not straight up violence and abuse, it's probably neglect. Detective Holtz knocks on the door to the babysitter's apartment and a man named Adam opens up the door. He says his girlfriend, Marissa, isn't home right now, but she's going to be home soon. He lets them into the house where every single surface of this home is covered in some sort of live, laugh, love signage. I mean, every single inch. If there's a few inches above a door
I don't
frame,
like the
every
house.
single inch
Look
up
at
there
all the
is
shit
filled
on the
with a little
walls.
picture frame, a live, laugh, love sign, a little knick-knack. It does not appear to be well done. It's very busy.
But only live, laugh, love sign? Like
No, just like other things that you would imagine are in the live, laugh, love aesthetic. Yeah. It does not appear to be very well done. It looks very busy. I mean, imagine a hoarder,
It
but
looks
instead
yeah,
of
so that's like a
piling little
hoarder.
figurines, just post-its, postcards, signs on the floor in a pile, they just hung it up all over the walls, all over it, every surface. Detective Holtz looks around while asking Adam about the incident. He states, yeah, a little girl that Marissa was babysitting had fallen off the couch. Detective Holtz asks, Adam, when you say the child fell off the couch, did you witness that or... No, but I mean, Marissa's one of those people that, I mean, she resorted to drugs because her kids got taken away to the point where she was just a rack of bones. And the only way we got her to go to the clinic and get clean, and she's been clean for 4 years now, is we told her that we were going to sign her into rehab. If she doesn't want to forcefully get put there, she's got to get clean. Sure, that's fair enough. She has no reason to lie to me. And I mean, whenever she babysits kids, we have other people that she watches for, you know? He walks over to the little den area and motions over at this coffee table. This coffee table gets put into the living room, and then the kids get toys put out on the ground all over the floor, as you see. You know, the toys are here. Basically, he's telling the authorities that Marissa is very diligent when she's babysitting. He goes on to explain that Marissa had just put the little girl on the couch for 2 seconds, went to the bathroom, and as she was pulling up her pants, she starts hearing crying. She rushes out, and you know, accidents happen. In fact, it's kind of annoying that the mother of the girl would even report this in the first place. He starts ranting.
I mean, bitches like they are, and can't come talk to me about something, or come talk to us before they go and get you guys involved.
I mean, she obviously fell and hit a toy or something. Marissa's not going to go and beat a kid. I mean, she was molested as a child and stuff. So she's very
God.
protective of the kids. I mean, this is all ridiculous. I'm getting a little bit upset right now. No, I know. Just calm down. Everything's fine. I can't calm down because, like I said, I got over by social services too many times. I tried to work with them. And now look, he's our 5th child. He points at a newborn. I got pictures of my kids over here and that's all I can do.
Why is he so mad?
He likes to throw temper tantrums. He's a little hysterical. I don't know how else to put it.
A baby man.
The detective hears someone at the front door, and the front door swings open, and Marissa walks in. She walks into the kitchen, and right past the detective and social workers, does not say hi, doesn't even really acknowledge them, just walks right past them.
Oh boy.
Eventually, she does come back out, and the authorities start pressing her again. I was babysitting.
So she's always like that, even at the hotel room. She's
Yeah.
just like, let me pretend I'm not here.
Let me pretend they're not there, and I'm not here, and they'll leave.
Yeah.
She explains to them, I was babysitting. She went to bed, so I decided to clean. And then I was like doing the dishes, heard her screaming, and then stopped doing the dishes. And then she fell off the couch. And there's a bunch of toys because usually I have her sister. So like she follows her. So I had a bunch of toys out in the living room. So you were doing dishes and then you heard screaming.
I thought you were in the
Fascinating.
bathroom.
Either Adam remembered wrong or Marissa has two stories for this event.
She was literally just pulling her pants up. And
Yeah,
she
he
heard
said
her
he was
cry.
in the bathroom. She said she was doing the
And then I was
dishes.
like doing dishes, heard her screaming.
Was she in the bathroom just pulling up her
Very
pants, or was she doing the
suspicious.
dishes? She must have rolled off, and then I stopped doing the dishes, and then she was on the floor.
Yeah, I
All
whispering
she
that
had
in my
was
ear,
a rug
yeah.
burn, and then she had bruises, so she must have hit a toy on the way down. What toy was on the floor? Like this table was out, and I had a bunch of toys in the middle of the rug. Do you know which toys were out here? A bunch. Like I took a bunch of toys, and yeah, she was just sleeping on the couch. Has anything like this ever come up with you before? No. As far as a child being injured? No. Are you sure about that? Were you talked to about a year ago for a child that was injured that sustained a skull fracture? A year ago, a child in Marissa's care sustained a skull fracture to the point where she had all 4 of her and Adam's children taken away from them. Their
Damn.
parental rights were terminated, which means there must have been enough evidence at the very first incident of that skull fracture that it was not an accident in any shape, way, or form. Typically, the state does not like to terminate parental rights. To give context, it's very different from a child being removed from the parent's custody. That's usually temporary. The parent is still legally the parent. They can prove to the state, hey, I fixed whatever issues you said I had, so can I get my kids back? They can regain custody. They can also visit their children, but a full termination of parental rights. The parent loses all rights to the kid forever, including visitation. The parent has no control over any decisions regarding the child's upbringing. The parent is no longer the parent or guardian. The child becomes legally, quote, free for adoption, which is a very weird term, but now, if they, social services, had known that this couple had another child, a 5th child that is now in this house, they probably would have taken away that child too.
Wait, so
Yeah.
they lost all 4 child for good?
Yes.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But they have their young son that was born maybe a few months ago that's in their care. And Marissa is currently pregnant again.
How many babies
And
do you
she is
need?
working as a babysitter. This is after she already has 4 kids taken from her.
Why are you making
and
me
now
excited
one of the girls
about
that
this?
She babysits has a massive head injury, and Adam is trying to convince them that clearly it's not Marissa's fault. It's all an accident. The detective asks again, has anything like this ever come up with you before? No. As far as a child being injured? No. Are you sure about that? Were you talked to about a year ago for a child that had that skull fracture? That wasn't me.
Oh my god.
You were providing care for her. Well, yeah, I was, but I don't have any child abuse. No, nothing. Okay? I have 5 kids, so like I love kids. I don't beat them. Nothing. Okay? I always babysit people's kids. Right. And
Okay.
nobody's saying you beat anybody, but sometimes people lose their tempers. No, I've never. Things like that happen. I never had postpartum, nothing. The detectives tell her that they understand. They don't.
would never hit
but
my
they tell her.
kid.
And for the time being, since a new investigation
had
into
one.
child abuse is being
When I
opened,
have
they're going to
one.
need to find a relative to take care of their son that they have custody over. Adam starts losing his mind. He starts screaming at the detectives to get out.
No.
So
You're
can
not
we do-
taking my
So hey, can we?
Go! Go!
Adam, stop! Adam, stop!
Marissa is the one calming him down. Adam, stop. They said that he can stay with your dad until the
She doesn't
investigation
beat
is over.
kids, she beats
No,
men.
my dad cannot watch him. You guys can go. You guys can leave. Go. You need to leave. Adam, we can't leave right now. Adam picks up their son, who is crying, just starting to walk out with the baby, and the officers tell him, you cannot leave with this child. Watch me. You cannot leave with that child. The baby starts crying in his arms. They're all standing in the kitchen, and he's just lost his mind. Finally, the social
put the
worker
kid
firmly
down.
tells him,
Put the
stop
kid
it. You're scaring
down.
the baby.
Literally.
You're scaring my baby. Get the out of my house!
Marissa offers to leave. He wasn't in the house when the accident happened. He wasn't involved. So as long as I leave, since it's an investigation into me, he can stay with the baby, no? Adam's not listening. He's still screaming. If you think you're taking my kid, you guys can go. Adam, I will leave and you can have him. No, they need to leave.
Bro.
No, because then they're going to take him. I've asked all of you nicely. I told you guys when you came into my house, did I not? If you guys think you're taking my kid or asking my kid to go anywhere, I don't have any family members. We have no family. I was not here. Why would my kid ever have to leave when I'm his parent? She was the only one here. She can leave.
Literally.
Well, that's what's going to happen. She's going to go stay with my sister. He uses both of his fingers to point at the ground. The baby is staying
get it.
here.
He wasn't.
That's
if he wasn't
the situation. You guys
involved,
can
then
go.
they shouldn't take his
Well, we're
kid.
not leaving until this is all sorted out. I told you guys what's gonna happen. I told them when they came into this house. I told them nicely, and I told them from day one. You guys are all lying, all of you. That's why I don't trust any of you cocksuckers.
Damn.
I don't think anyone's lied to you at this point.
Did I not? You're right. When you guys walked in the door, I said, if you think you're gonna do anything with my kid, you better bring the SWAT team. That's exactly what I said, and I'm sticking to it.
Somehow he ends up shirtless, and they're trying to inform him it's not really how it works. You can't just tell the police to leave just because you want them to. And he tells them, it's my house. I pay the bills. Do you guys come and pay my rent? No. So you can leave. Which is a very juvenile argument. Yeah. And he's screaming at them, you guys can leave. I'm not going to ask you 15 times. Adam, if you can sit down and relax. I will relax as soon as you get out my door. You can talk through my door, but I don't want you in my house no more. I'm sorry. We cannot leave with a child with him in that state. I'm pissed off because you guys are two-faced fuckers. I'll be calm as soon as you
But
leave.
I mean, they have history.
Eventually,
Yeah,
the
you're
police
right.
do
You're
leave.
right.
They leave the baby under the care of Adam, and Marissa needs to find a new place to stay while there's an active investigation. She is not to be around any children at all until the investigation is concluded. 2 months later, October 18th, she's around children. She is alone with her son, Heather's toddler, and Heather's baby Benson.
So they removed her from the house.
Yes, but they don't check in every day.
That's crazy. She just came right back.
Yeah.
Wow.
October 18th, Heather probably gets the worst text message you can get while your kids are being watched by a babysitter. She gets sent pictures of her babysitter, Marissa, mugshots, and the charges are listed as child abuse. What the hell is going on? She starts freaking out. She reaches out to Marissa, who has her children right now, and asks her if this is true, to which Marissa just responds, yeah, come get your kids because I'm not allowed to be around children.
Bro.
That is the last thing you want to hear. Heather panics, calls her sister Jessie, and asks if she can come with her to pick up the kids. So they rush, they go pick up the kids, and they bring them to the laundry mat. Now, the whole situation when they pick up the kids is very strange.
Like, did you know that in jail the only reason they let you call one time is so they can see people you have history? Really? I did not know that. I did not know that was the reason. I thought you guys get a phone call. I didn't know that was why.
And obviously alarming.
You're saying on that day that they went to the laundromat is the day that she got a picture
From a coworker.
That's
the
crazy.
day.
Yes.
But before that, she didn't know that Marissa was
No.
under like investigation for child abuse.
No, Heather had known Marissa since they were 15, which is why she trusted her enough to watch her kids. I mean, they didn't necessarily stay friends the entire time, but Heather was working at Olive Garden, and so was
Oh my
Marissa's
God.
sister.
Stop. 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 You did not get say she worked at Olive Garden. I work at Olive Garden. What the fuck? Yeah, one call so they can see who else might be in with you. That's crazy. I did not know that. That is insane. Not Olive Garden, bro. I work at Olive Garden. I work at Olive Garden, bro. Not Olive Garden, bro. Come on.
Who basically tells Heather, you know, it's kind of a win-win situation.
He's
Marissa
like, I'm
had
quitting
just given
tomorrow.
birth. She's already staying home to
Imagine.
watch her newborn son. It's not going to take too much more work for her to watch another
I
kid
ain't
on top of
gonna
that.
trust no
And
one
on top of
anymore.
that, Heather, you need a babysitter so you can keep working. Of course, Heather wouldn't have just left her baby with someone that she believed was abusive. I mean, she truly did not know. At the Plaza Hotel, the officers decide to ask Marissa and Adam the same questions to see if their answers are going to line up. Because interrogating couples is always a very interesting, enlightening process. If they're both telling the truth, then the answer should be more or less the same. Because the truth in these very extreme types of cases where somebody dies, it's pretty objective. Is somebody dead or not? Did somebody do something or not? These are very objective questions. But if they're lying, then you have to wonder, are they lying to protect themselves and throw their partner under the bus? Or are they lying to protect their partner? And it's almost this game of how well do you know your significant other? Let's say you both have to lie about something. You have to choose an answer you think that they will also choose. Otherwise, the police will know that somebody is lying if your answers are different. And that's exactly what happens. Their answers are different. Right after Marissa is told that
So
Benson
how
is
did the
dead,
baby
and
die?
she
This deal was
finds
over and I
out
want to
and has
know.
this big emotional response. The officers, they try to give her an out. They tell her, I understand that things get frustrating, especially with you being pregnant and having your own child. Marissa's face and voice goes from this high-pitched crying sound to, yeah, no, they weren't frustrating. I promise you that.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know what happened. I promise.
I understand that things get frustrating, especially with you being pregnant and having a child of your own.
They were frustrating.
Which is very interesting because as she's outside promising that, Adam is inside the hotel room talking pretty negatively about the boys. He says about the toddler, he doesn't play with much. He's a pretty quiet kid. I mean, I shouldn't say quiet. If you look at him wrong even, he's going to start crying. I mean, lately he's been getting used to us. And he describes baby Benson as being a fussy, crabby baby. As soon as you pick him up, he whines. He's very difficult.
Even Heather told us he's been real fussy and he's been real gassy and stuff.
Now, side note, even earlier in the day when Adam was out hunting and Marissa was home watching the kids.
If you
he
can't
texts
handle
her,
kids,
"Are the
don't have
crybabies
your
still
own and
there?"
don't babysit.
So meanwhile, Marissa says they're not frustrating at all. She can promise you that. But Adam says they're incredibly difficult and they're very frustrating to deal with. The couple can't even decide on the same answer if they're difficult or not difficult. So the police keep going with Marissa. Sometimes things happen, but we just need to know the truth, and that's all, okay? I had the baby monitor, but I didn't kill him. Marissa essentially states that she had the baby monitor on and she was watching Benson through the baby monitor. She did not kill him. It was just an implied accident.
Babies just don't
check up on
die.
him. She went to go pick him up from his, little crib, and he was dead.
And then she returned the baby back?
Went to McDonald's and then returned the baby back.
Yeah, how does she explain that?
Exactly. So the police are like, well, how long was it that you didn't check up on him? Start from the beginning. It was like before Adam got there, I checked on him. Did you know then that he was, but I didn't kill him. How did you know he does sleep that long? And I don't know, he felt cold. He felt cold. And I was scared. My boyfriend wasn't home and everything. So, oh my God. I'm sure it's very scary, but I didn't kill him. How did you find him? How was he laying? I put him on his belly. And how did you find him? Was he just on his belly? She starts explaining how she went into the bedroom with the baby camera where Benson was asleep in the pack and play. But she starts freaking out when she sees that his face is in the blanket, just head on, nose into the mattress, which, by the way, you're not really supposed to let the baby sleep on their belly that young.
So you're not
And he
supposed to
doesn't
put the
look
baby
like
on
he's
his
breathing.
stomach.
She starts freaking out. He's cold to the touch. He likely suffocated by accident in the pack and play. That's what she's stating. Was there anything coming out of his mouth? No. Okay, and he felt cold. Did you check for a pulse? Did you see if he was breathing, or did you just feel his skin and it was cold? No, he just wasn't making any noise. Well, what did you think was going to happen when Heather came to pick him up? I don't know. Did you think that she wasn't going to notice? Yeah. That she was or wasn't going to notice? She was going to notice. Okay, did you try and do anything to revive him? Did you do any CPR? And she smiles. This big smile.
Oh, hell
really big.
no.
The thought of that suggestion in itself is stupid type of smile. No, because I don't even know how to do that. And the second she catches herself smiling, she quickly shuts it off.
Try to do CPR.
Oh, because I don't even know how to do that.
Help me understand, when you discovered him there, why didn't you call the police? Because I was scared and my boyfriend wasn't there and I didn't want my baby taken. How did you determine that he was no longer alive? I picked him up and he was really cold. How did you pick him up? I just went like this. Okay, and what did he look like? He was just cold. What did you do afterwards? I laid him down on the floor and I put a snowsuit on. Then I grabbed his car seat. I put him in the car seat and yeah, I put some blankets on him. But you laid him on the floor, but you don't know CPR. No attempts to call anyone or research anything online.
This just sounds so stupid.
Oh, yeah, I don't really know any CPR, really. And again, that was before Adam got home. And Adam did not notice that he was dead. He probably just thought he was sleeping. Now, Adam is also asked about the series of events to make sure they line up with what Marissa is saying. Who went to McDonald's? All of you? All of us, the 3 kids in the back seat. Which McDonald's? The one by the courthouse. Okay, then we came home. Who picked him up out of the pack and play and put him in the car to go to McDonald's? Oh, I picked him up and I put him in there and he was absolutely normal to me. Really, what is normal to you?
Wait,
Whiny.
that's a lie, right?
Whiny. As soon as you pick him up, he whines and stuff. So he was making noise.
When I took him out of the pack and play and stuff, he was whining, crying and everything.
But deceased babies don't cry. So who's lying here? And why?
Literally. It's really keeps like
Marissa
they keep
ends up being
crossing over
arrested for her previous
themselves,
child
bro.
abuse charges. And while she's in jail, the police start monitoring all of her jailhouse calls, minus the ones that she has with her attorney, of course. And they're just looking for anything that she admits to anyone. Because so far she's saying it's purely an accident. They know that it's not, but they need to get her to admit it or to tell them what actually happened. Now, most jailhouse calls are pretty messy. I believe that most of them are monitored and recorded, and a lot of them are very sexual, as one might imagine.
I knew
and
that
same
much.
goes for Marissa.
I knew they were
Not only did she
monitored.
have intense sexual conversations with Adam, but she had multiple new pen pals that she would have these long sexual conversations with. She was known to be very good at manipulating men into believing that she is this dainty, child-loving mother who is being attacked by the media for no reason other than sensationalism. And as long as they send her money, she will marry them and bear their children for them when she gets
What
out.
the fuck?
She also complains extensively to all of these guys that the jail food is not nutritious enough for her pregnant body. She keeps calling all the men in her rotation, nagging them to send her money to her account because the baby can't eat prison food. And she just has this weird obsession with being pregnant, being perceived as a maternal woman. I mean, she makes it her whole identity because I don't think that she has anything else redeeming about herself. Her personality seems honestly despicable. So maybe this is her
Disgusting.
way of trying to create a likable persona, which it's not working. When it comes to actual children, the actual part of being a mom and a caretaker, she does not care at all. In fact, it seems like she hates children. Now, side note, Adam takes back his statement of being the one to take Benson out of the pack and play to get him ready to go to McDonald's. So remember, he specifically told officers that he was the one that carried Benson to the carrier and to the car, and Benson was very much alive and being fussy. He said he takes it all back. He said when the police asked him in the hotel, he was half asleep. They barged into the hotel room. He didn't even know what was going on. He just assumed that he'd be the one to put him in the car seat.
I must not have. I mean, we watched him so often, and then you guys came in when I was half asleep yet, and after I had
I don't
time to
believe
think about
him.
it, I didn't put him in the pack there to pick him up or anything, and Mercy even verified that she had him already in the car seat.
But now that he's fully awake and he's had the time to truly use his last remaining half brain cell, he remembers that Marissa already had the baby ready to go into the car seat. He just rushed in to get out of his hunting clothes. He put his crossbow down, he quickly changed, and yeah, they just went to McDonald's. Now, let's assume that Adam had no idea that Benson was already dead at this point. Why would Marissa want to go out and eat? It feels sadistic and dangerous. Does she want to go out and eat because she thinks it'll create an alibi? I mean, she would be seen outside with the baby, and surely nobody would assume that the baby was dead. Because how ballsy do you have to be to go out with a dead baby? Is this all the purpose of creating an alibi? Or did she really just not care at all that Benson was dead and she could just go out and eat a meal? That she's still living her life like nothing happened. I mean, it doesn't even faze her. Is she that sadistic? Or maybe it's a combination of both. Adam tried to argue, no, it's because we don't ever cook and we always eat out. But earlier that day,
ask the
presumably
employees,
after
did
Benson was
the
already
baby make
dead,
any noise?
Marissa had killed him. Adam texted Marissa asking if he should bring McDonald's home for them. And she responded, no, let's go together with the kids. So Adam states he never checked up on Benson at all when he got home because he says he has 5 kids. And if he's learned anything at all from losing 5 kids, is that you don't wake a sleeping baby. Now, Adam does stay with Marissa during all of this, and he's even angry for her. She would call him from jail and complain about how they won't give her meds for her migraine, and he would scream into the phone, well, I'm going to be calling up there because they need to give you your beds. Tell the guard that you need to go to the emergency room. Keep pushing that button. Keep pounding on that door. I'm going to call up there and do some freaking out. Adam also complains about how their son is a, quote, little end quote. All he wants to do is be held and then not be held. He also just randomly drops a ton of racist and homophobic slurs in the middle of random jailhouse conversations. And then he threatens to sue the jail for holding some of their mail before giving it to her. And they call the social workers ACUNT.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah, so a lot of people actually believe, some netizens believe that she's covering for him. Because he has an explosive personality, they just don't think that he had nothing to do with it. However, my only thing is, Marissa seems absolutely selfish. I just don't see how she would take all of the blame for this guy.
So they think she killed the baby.
No, that it was an accident. That the baby just like died in his sleep.
That's what the police believes?
Oh no, that's what Adam believes.
Oh, okay.
That's what Adam and Melissa are trying to convince everybody to believe. But the police believe that she was probably frustrated and she's an evil person and either shook the baby really hard or literally hit the baby on the head multiple times. Marissa also writes letters to her sister Brittany telling her to stay away from bad people in her life, giving her advice on how to only befriend good people, which like I guess the first step would be not being sisters with Marissa.
Yeah.
But she's giving her all of this advice, telling her to send her money into the prison, and then immediately she'll write a letter to Adam to tell him to cut Brittany off because she's worried that they're going to sleep with each other behind her back.
Oh my God.
She would also write letters complaining about being in jail. She writes, "Why me? I'm not a bad person. I'm a good mom, not a lawbreaker, not a threat to society either, but the news, detectives, etc. They make it look like I really am. They don't know me, and everyone makes mistakes in their lifetime. Nobody is perfect. One accident that wasn't supposed to happen like that in 28 years of my life." She also tells another
I don't think it was an
accident.
accident.
Pussy. Yeah. And that he needs to send money to her account, otherwise she's going to eat the bread that the prison gives her for free, which will cause her to be overweight, and he will not want that. I mean, they just have zero remorse. Like, this is what she's doing after she's thrown into jail for killing a baby.
Literally.
Regardless of which story Marissa is saying or what anybody is saying or what she's telling her pen pals, her versions of events do not line up with baby Benson's autopsy. It is clear that, according to his autopsy, he sustained multiple head injuries caused by blunt force trauma to the head. He had abrasions on his nose, his chin, his right ankle was fractured. This was not caused by suffocation. So the authorities bring in Marissa for one last interrogation. It's Detective Holtz leading the interrogation, but Captain Graham, who is also present at the hotel, is there again. And they straight up tell her, "I can say without a doubt that what you're telling me is not true. He's got very severe injuries to his head." "Yeah, I don't know how. I would like to give you an opportunity to explain yourself. I promise you, I did not do anything to him, I promise."
Just tell the truth.
That's why I asked you if he fell. I know, he didn't fall. Did he roll and tumble just a little bit, Marissa? Not that I've seen. I didn't do anything to him. Marissa starts sobbing. "I did not kill him. I could never kill anyone in my life. Like I said, I just fed him, burped him, changed him. I put him in the thing."
Yeah, I don't know how. I'd like to give you an opportunity to explain yourself. I promise you, I did not do nothing.
She's pissing me off for not saying
Eventually,
anything.
in this last interrogation, they get her to admit that she was frustrated by baby Benson. He was crying, being fussy, so all she did was pick him up, walk him over to the pack and play. This is like a playpen, if you will, and it comes up to maybe about her thigh, like mid-thigh, above the knee. Dropped him shoulder length down into the pack and play. She listened to him cry for a couple of minutes, then repositioned him on his stomach, face into the pack and play, and then walked off. She stated that when she got back, he was dead. This is what they're able to get her to admit to, but it's likely that it was far worse than that. The injuries he sustained are pretty bad. She tries to argue that he might have tumbled a bit inside when she dropped him into the pack and play from shoulder length. But again, as horrendous as that sounds, the police believe it's so much worse. He had broken bones. The authorities suspect that she might have chucked him from the door of the bedroom into the pack and play.
What's up?
Like thrown him like a basketball. But she will not admit to that. Marissa ends up
like
crying
she
at the
threw
end of
him
her
in
confession,
there?
likely because she knows that she just confessed to a very serious crime and will be in jail for a while. They ask her one last time, "Did you try to do something to bring him back to life?" And she says, "Tried blowing on his mouth because that's all I know how to do. I don't know CPR." So this is, again, she's going back on her word.
Whenever
And
you
actually,
spin
at
around.
one point, this is a very chilling part, but she keeps screaming like, "I didn't kill anybody. I would never kill a kid. I love kids. I didn't throw him." Nobody ever said the word throw. Nobody insinuated
She
that
threw him in there.
Nobody said anything.
I didn't throw my own. No, I can never do that. What did you say, Stephen? Did you throw? No, I could never.
And at the end of it, they're very straight up with her. At the end of the interrogation, they tell her she's going to have a high cash bond. And she just asked them, can we not make it a high cash bond? Because I have to go to court for the other thing on November 1st. A baby is dead. I know.
You're gonna leave?
I was
You're gonna
scared
leave?
and frustrated.
Don't leave me.
And
I don't want to be
Heather gets
alone.
frustrated with him too. I'm sure. Yeah, she even said that she knows how her kids are. Every parent gets frustrated at some point. So what's going to happen down the line?
I think she
and
threw the
eventually
baby into
is
the
you're going to face
thing,
charges for this
and
incident.
that's what happened.
How long?
I don't
How
think
much?
she just dropped the baby.
It almost seems like she's surprised that she's actually going to face charges for it. She ends it with, I loved her kids. I always babysat them. I liked her. Tell her I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to. In the end, Marissa tries to argue that she suffered from so much brain damage due to her extensive substance abuse that this cannot be the real her that committed the crime. Basically, she's saying she's not guilty by
No,
reason
because
of
the baby was in the
insanity.
playpen.
She also writes a letter
I think
to
she
the judge
threw the
that
baby
reads,
in the
Judge Falksack,
playpen,
this Marissa T.
which
Sort,
probably broke
and
the
I want a
bones and
bond
shit.
reduction, because
And
this
then
is
she
crazy.
and
that
then
don't
she
get
flipped
half
it around if
signature
it wasn't
bond and
already
half cash bond.
when it was
And
probably
lowered,
crying
like,
in
really,
pain.
I'm not a
and it
monster
suffocated
or
itself.
whatever. I love my kids, and I'm a mom to 5 kids, plus I'm pregnant now with my 6th kid. I'm 5 months pregnant and not getting the food or medical treatment I need for my unborn baby. Want to see if I can get ankle bracelet to get attorney? I'm not a bad person or anything. Also, I've been sober for 4 years. Thanks, Marissa. The judge did not care for her letter. Ultimately, she was sentenced to 37 years in prison for Benson's death, which is not nearly enough.
But it's not. Yeah, it should be life
the
though.
only silver lining, if we have to try and find one in this, is that Marissa genuinely thought that she was going to get out in a few months. Genuinely. And that is the case of Marissa Tiasort. I mean, I don't even know what to say. She's just so bizarre. We also don't have a lot of information on baby Benson or Heather and the family. That's why their stories in this case is a little bit light. But it's just so bizarre. It seems
crazy.
It seems like she wanted the money from babysitting. I mean, clearly she's a hoarder. Some people report that she had storage closets filled with junk. Like, she just loved spending money.
Why does she have so many kids though? Like,
yes. Okay. So it seems like she likes the attention and wanting to claim herself as this very maternal person. I think she's trying to make that her whole image. Maybe she doesn't have much else going for her. So this is what she tries to, because she brings it up a lot when she's talking to her romantic pen pals. And it's almost like a selling point. Yeah, she talks about how motherly she is, how much she loves kids, how she's just, kids are her life. Wow. I guess maybe it makes her feel good. It's just so bizarre. What are your thoughts on this one? Let me know in the comments. And
so what I think happened, guys, you guys can let me know down in the comments below on YouTube. I think that the baby was crying and she got fed up, and I think she threw the baby roughly into the crib and let it cry for a bit and then flipped it over on its stomach, and it's where it suffocated. I don't know if that's true, and you guys can let me know what you guys thought that happened to her in the comments below. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was gonna be. So I might watch the other one, but I'm gonna watch Hell's Kitchen before that. If you guys did like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. We are 3 followers away from 300 on YouTube. So if you guys are new and you guys want to help support me, I would really appreciate it if you guys followed. And I'll see you guys all in the next video or stream. Bye!